Coming up next on the Met Report, another E. coli outbreak, this time with spinach.
And some good news for students. The new light rail expansion is almost ready for business.
You're watching the Met Report with Elisa Vasquez, Eric Luford, and Stephen Peisman on sports. The Met Report starts now.
A multi-state E. coli outbreak is in Colorado. I'm Elisa Vasquez.
And I'm Eric Luford. Over 150 cases of E. coli have been confirmed across the nation. The latest is a man in Gunnison County. The Colorado Department of Public Health said that this case was caused by spinach, but that it was not grown here in Colorado. Stores had stopped purchasing fresh spinach from Colorado farmers, but we may see it back on the shelves soon.
Now, there are 2 cases of E. coli in Boulder County that are still under investigation. The Center for Disease Control says that frozen, canned, and fresh spinach grown here can be eaten safely. Peace Jam celebrated its 10th anniversary at DU last weekend.
Heather Burke joins us, and Heather, this event was pretty intense.
Yeah, it was, Eric. There were a lot of big names there. The Dalai Lama was there. I mean, how often does that guy come to Denver? Never. You guys look like you were wondering. It's never. It's a pop question. But, you know, out of everything I saw, I think the most exciting thing was the teens that were there. And I spent some time with them, and they are really trying to make a difference.
People are like, oh, they're all hippies, and they're stupid, and they don't know anything about real world.
This is my first Peace Jam event.
Over 3,000 teens.
Not all teenagers are just, go to party.
Peace Jam rocks.
I do. I know about the real world, and I'm 17 years old. I have opinions, and we have things that we actually stand for.
Coming together.
I'm most excited about meeting so many people who want to see the same things happen in the world.
For one purpose.
We're having Peace Jam, and it's a call for change. It's really amazing that it's at DU.
This is the largest number of Nobel Peace Prize leaders in one spot right here. These guys I'm with right now, they're all really excited, aren't you?
Because these are people that are they're like a mystery to us. I saw Jody Williams earlier today, and she's hilarious.
Peace Jam's main goal for teens,
If we can stop it with our generation,
is like a river.
then I can show it to everyone else at my school, and that's 1,600 more people. They can show it to everyone they know, and it's totally like a waterfall effect.
Heather Burke for the Met Report.
Now, the next Peace Jam celebration is going to be in Costa Rica, so you may want to start saving your money now. Tickets are going to range from $235 for teens, ouch, and $365 for adult sponsors. So if you're interested in doing that, go ahead and contact the Arvada headquarters. They're going to be at 303-455-2099.
Great, thank you so much, Heather.
Yeah.
The Alumni Association is awarding 15 scholarships to Metro students. The money was raised through the Plain and Fancy Ball held last March. Now, students were chosen based on an initiative in leadership and a strong record of community service.
19 additional miles of light rail running along southbound I-25 will open November 17th. This will also mark the completion of the T-Rex project, which broke ground way back in 2001. 13 new light rail stations, including the one at Louisiana and Bucktail, will make up the Southeast Rail System. Metro students who live along the new system will now have the opportunity to actually take advantage of light rail, which could save them a lot of money.
I work part-time, and to save over $100 a month and not give any money to AHEC is a real benefit for me. Because I pay at least $375 a day to park here 5 days a week. Not having to do that is going to be fantastic.
The new light rail stretches east to I-225 and as far south as Park Meadows Mall.
And those additions to the light rail could actually bring some changes right here on campus. Fewer students coming downtown could cause an increase in parking lot prices. The Department of Parking and Transportation says while they're not jumping to an increase just yet, it's still a possibility.
We're concerned in parking because of having to meet our budget if we needed to expand parking in the future, or if the campus had an opportunity to purchase nearby land and they needed to raise revenues to fund that, would be more likely than the addition of this line. But again, we have to see how it plays out.
Now, we can't forget that the parking garage by the King Center already raised its prices.
It already has. That's the last thing we need is for prices.
Which is why, be forewarned, they're going to go up. So take advantage of that light rail.
Yeah, definitely.
As best you can. When we come back, we finally get a break on gas prices.
And students at Metro learn a new way to share their secrets.
just $15 per semester, students at Metro State can take advantage of all the different ways to stay in shape, stay alert, and feel good. Campus Recreation offers group classes, an open gym to practice your game, a brand new climbing wall, and a fully equipped weight room for experts and beginners. The gym is open Monday through Saturday. For hours and more information, visit Metro Connect.
Visit themetreport.com to find the latest news, sports, campus life, and this newscast all in streaming video whenever you want it. You can also find out about the people behind the scenes, our awards, and watch old stories all at themetreport.com.
Frank Warren, the creator of a very unique website, came to campus last week to share some secrets. Reporter Angie Jepson has more.
I smile sweetly and pretend to sympathize with my friends who are always fighting with their mothers. I would give my left arm just to have my mother alive to fight with.
That's just one of the many secrets Frank Warren has received since beginning his website, postsecret.com. Frank originally began his community art project with modest expectations.
When I started the blog, my goal was to receive 365 secrets by the end of the year. And it's been almost 2 years and I've received, over 7,000.
So here's how it works. You can either get a postcard or design your own. Write your secret on the back and mail it in. And if you're lucky, your secret might end up on Frank Warren's website. The secrets Mr. Warren has received have ranged from the humorous.
I used to work with a bunch of uptight religious people, so sometimes I didn't wear panties.
To the tragic.
Everyone who knew me before 9/11 believes I'm dead.
Along with the website, Frank's idea has spawned a book, multiple art exhibits, and a suicide hotline. The secrets he received also provided the backdrop to All American Reject's hit single, Dirty Little Secret. It's hard to say exactly what the appeal is, but the website has touched many lives.
I felt like he would care enough to know my secret, whereas if I just told my secret to somebody else, they'd be like, oh, that's nice. But here it's more than that, I think. And I care about everybody's secrets that I've read, and I think that people would care if I told them my secret on Post Secret more so in person.
Grudman is stepping down after serving as director of Metro's honors program for 10 years. Grudman stated that the biggest reason for her leave is a change in how they wanted to identify her job. For more on the changes in the honors department, pick up this week's edition of the Metropolitan. Also in the paper, the current rowdy retires. Take a look at this so far unsuccessful search for a new person to play the role of our Roadrunner.
After record-breaking high costs over the summer, the price of gas in the metro area has finally gone down. This tops our news covering Denver. The average price of regular unleaded in Denver is $2.63 compared to a month ago when it was $2.96. Local and national analysts have spoken with AAA and have said to expect prices to continue dropping. In the next few months, we might even see prices in the low $2 range. A new kind of art is stampeding across Denver in an effort to raise money for nonprofit organizations. Larimer Square is one of many Metro venues for the Cow Parade 2006, which features life-size fiberglass cows painted by local artists. About half of the cows will be sold at a live auction and the other half online. Bidding begins on November 16th. Now that
the cows
is a very unique way to fundraise.
Very unique, very fun. I like it a lot.
Are you going to bid on a cow, by the way?
I think I should bid on the Bronco cow. That's the coolest one.
He is cool at Larimer Square. I don't know if that was on the video, but
let's pull our money together so you and I can both have
$20? I don't think that'll go.
Well, we'll be right back with Stephen Peisman in sports.
Coming up in sports, we've got some record-breaking performances, volleyball's back in action, plus the Pie Man's Bakery. We're cooking up only the best.
You know, Romy, a lot of people ask me how you get so excited about a sports program that does not have a football team. What do they know?
Met Report Sports, your #1 source for highlights, interviews, and all things Metro Athletics.
The Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference is a premier NCAA Division II athletic member. The RMAC consists of 14 prestigious institutions located in the states of Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska, and New Mexico. The Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, continuing the tradition of excellence. Visit the RMAC at rmacsports.org.
A lot of records were broken this week.
It was a pretty fantastic week here at Metro State. Records being broken that haven't been broken for a while, and they're just going to continue to go up because the season's not over yet. But
Nice.
First, we got Raiders, Broncos, Yankees, Red Sox, New York Rangers, New York Islanders. And you can add Roadrunners versus Rangers to the list of biggest sports rivalries. And it was time to get it on again.
1, 2, 3, runners!
Kylie Hanneman needed one goal to take over as career goal leader, and she got it in the 26th minute. More on that later. Kira Sharp had a very up and down game. First, she gets her 4th goal of the season off the assist from Hanneman. Then she gets knocked down hard and would have to leave the game with a mild concussion. She's listed as day-to-day. Justine Montoya got her first goal of her career to seal the 3-0 Metro win. The last time the Rangers defeated the Runners was the 2001 season. Back then, Coach Danny Sanchez was the head coach of the women and men's soccer teams at Mesa State Community College in Arizona. Kylie Hanneman was a senior at Thornton High, looking forward to starting her collegiate career at Western Nebraska. And the women's soccer team had an overall record of 6-13-1. And, oh, by the way, everyone on this news desk was getting ready to graduate from high school. Now, I would call that domination. Over to the men who were in action against UC Colorado Springs. All eyes on Antonio Porras as he needed only 2 goals to tie and break the all-time goals record at Metro State. Porras got his record-tying 39th goal off the deflection to make it 2-0. Less than 10 minutes later, Porras converts the Phil Owen pass for his 40th career goal. Congratulations to Antonio as he now holds all offensive statistical categories at Metro State. Sean Elbaum would like to break that 40-goal plateau one day. He gets his 6th en route to a 6-1 Metro win. We're now joined by John Romero. John, has Metro State's soccer program ever seen 2 players as dominant as Kylie Hanneman and Antonio Porras?
Well, Stephen, I have to say definitely in the case of Hanneman. She now owns virtually every record on the offensive side for the Roadrunners in her career, and she's by far one of the most dominant players in the country.
It's always good to come to a good, they were a good program when we came, and they're going to be a good program when we leave. It's just good to make an impact here.
Okay. Now, while Porras is definitely the one leading the pack, he's not the only one on the team. Sean Elbaum and Phil Owen are right behind him in a hot race for career goals leader, but it's a competition that they don't take too seriously.
We rely more on what the score of the game is, if we win or not, that result. But a little bit in the back of our mind is there. I mean, it's always fun. I mean, I've known Phil and Sean for a long time, so it's always a little game between us, like you said, but in the big picture, we look more of the result of the game than that. So.
We don't talk about it too much, but I mean, I think we all know about it, especially now that Tony broke it. You know, it's kind of popped up, but I don't know. I'd like to challenge him for that for sure.
Hopefully, I can overthrow Tony, but that's going to take a lot of goals over the next season and a half. But you know, I'd like to be out there and be remembered for something.
And now, as you can see, these guys don't take things too seriously. They have a lot of fun with what they do. They really pull for each other in a team, and I think it's one of the things that has helped them to have such a tremendous season so far this year.
John, before you go, with this being Porras' senior season, do you see him scoring enough goals to distance himself from the other 2?
You know, I really don't, because this is Porras' last season. Sean Elbaum and Phil Owens each have a season left of eligibility ahead of them. Phil Owen now has 30. Elbaum has 23. Elbaum's the one I look for, though, because when he gets hot, he's absolutely unstoppable, and there's nothing you can do to stop him. He's going to score those goals. Steven?
Porras and the rest of the men didn't have much time to celebrate as it was back to business as usual when Regis came to Auraria. Walter Allen was there for all the goals, saves, and occasional yellow cards.
Having already beaten the Regis Rangers once this year, the Roadrunners knew that this was not going to be the same team, and so did the Lady Runners. They even brought their couch.
You know, it's always difficult when you're playing a team for the second time around, especially when you beat them the first time. It's always that team that can learn a little bit more, but I thought we actually played much better than we did the first time we played them.
It's easy to play better when you have red-hot Antonio Porras, who had a goal in the first half, and assist Jimmy Kunklers in this goal to put the Roadrunners up 3-0.
Guys did all right. Could have been a little bit better. A little sloppy there at the beginning, but got a little better as it went on.
I guess, if you consider being in the right place at the right time sloppy.
I just made a back post run on the first one, and I thought that Sean Elbaum was going to hit it, and he didn't. I see it just laying on my feet, and I just stroked it.
The Roadrunners won their game against Regis, but there are some screws that need to be tightened.
I think it's just a matter of just somebody taking the initiative to put it in the back of the net.
Coach Parsons stresses that to beat the #1 ranked Fort Lewis Tigers, everyone needs to step up.
The result in that game is going to have to rest on anyone's shoulders for our team. It's going to have to be a total team effort.
Now, even though the Roadrunners beat Regis by a score of 3-0, they realize they're going to have to capitalize on some of those scoring chances when they go up against Fort Lewis. From the Auraria Fields, Walter Allen, Met Report Sports.
From the soccer fields to the volleyball court, the women were in action against the Chadron Eagles. Future Roadrunner on hand, and she loved all of Julie Green's 15 kills. Stephanie Allison added 12 of her own, and the Roadrunners put on a defense clinic here as Megan Wittenberg and Bree Alser get the amazing digs up to Stephanie Levi, who gets it over. Chadron sends it back, and it comes to Kelly Angel, who finishes off with the play, with the tip, and the nice celebratory twirl. Sheena Bohannon returned to the lineup and threw down some roofs. Get out the brooms. Metro sweeps Chadron. Unfortunately, the confidence gained from the Chadron sweep wasn't enough to take down #1 Nebraska Kearney as the Lopers defeated the Roadrunners for the 8th straight time, taking the match 3-1. Now we cook only the best for our customers in the Pie Man's Bakery, and this week is no different. We're going to test how well Elisa and Eric were paying attention to me during the show. Earlier, we talked about Kylie Hanovan and Antonio Porras and something they did this week. So what best describes their accomplishment? A, they became the cream of the crop. B, they put the cherry on top of their team's wins. Or C, they became the apple of everyone's eye.
I know the answer, and before Eric tries to cheat, I'm going to say mine first. It's the cream of the crop.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a whole new idea of this game. I'm just going to go with your answers. How's that sound?
So really,
cream of the crop.
his answer second.
Cream of the crop.
No,
my answer.
really, it doesn't matter what I do because Eric will find a way to cheat. Let's see that my answer is right. Go ahead.
You're both right. The answer is A. They became the cream of the crop, both becoming the career goals leaders at Metro State. On top of that, they already hold all-time records for points and assists as well.
I'm smart. That's the only thing you can say to that. It's a smart move.
All I can say to that is I'm very proud of them. That's great. I'm really excited
That's
for them.
very fantastic.
True. I should say that.
We've seen some of the best soccer players here at Metro State while we're here, so that's an honor for all of us.
I know how this works though now. I'm going to be ready next time.
All right, Steve, thank you. Appreciate it. That's going to do it for this edition of the Met Report. For Stephen Peisman and Elisa Vasquez, I'm Eric Lufer. We'll see you on campus.